right now it's still a very tense situation with the potential war against Iran, with the strikes against Iran, and with the not potential but declared extension of a potential war back into the Gaza Strip. And actually, before I get into there, there's also some information out today in terms of what all this means from Senator Lindsey Graham. Gary, if you could come on and read that. I can't see the text is not big enough here. If you could read that, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
Danny. Well, good brother Lindsey is banging the drum he loves to bang all the time. Here he goes in his tweet from earlier today. He goes, peace through strength does work. As to the Houthis continuing to attack Israel, they do so at Iran's own peril. Without Iran, the Houthis do not possess the capability to attack America, international shipping, or Israel. To my friends in Israel, do what you have to do to protect your airspace and your people. It is long past time to consider hitting Iran hard. It wouldn't take much to put Iran out of the oil business.
Yeah, and that's his favorite target. There's a lot of them that are in that group. They want to just do whatever they can to create war with Iran. And as we keep saying every time, and we'll say every time anybody makes these callous, foolish, and just frankly stupid statements, they don't have any concept of what comes next. They don't. Lindsey Graham doesn't have any idea what happens if you go to war with Iran. He just thinks it'll be easy. Like, yeah, you just throw the missiles like you did at the Houthis, and they can't do anything about it, and that's just the end of the game. And finally, they'll be out of the oil business. Yay, success. Iran isn't the Houthis. The Houthis are a distant proxy of theirs, and they help them out when it benefits them or so. But they also have their own independent foreign policy, which is why they're doing what they're doing in the Red Sea right now. But that is nothing compared to what may happen if we go into Iran, especially if Israel goes and then they have to have our help to get there. That would certainly be the opposite of anything positive for the United States. That is not our war, not a war we should ever fight. There is no vital national security interest at stake that our normal defense posture can't handle. Unless we're specifically attacked by Iran, that's it. We should not have any chance to go in there to war against them. It would be violating international law, American law, the Constitution, you name it. So let's stay out of that. But there's one other issue that we need to be talking about today, a little bit about, and that's what's going on in the Gaza Strip. So we had Benjamin Netanyahu, I think we pointed out earlier today, I think it was one of our earlier shows. We showed where he said that they are now going to go back into the Strip and they're going to conquer all of Gaza and stay there. And now, listen, they have failed to do that in 19 months of war. By what rationale are you going to suddenly succeed now when you didn't before? And by the way, they have been starving the Palestinian people since I want to say it was the 5th of March, sometime in March, all the way through. Those gates are still closed. So they claim, the Israelis do, that they're doing this to put pressure on Hamas to release their remaining hostages. That's what they say. But that is a direct, emphatic violation of the laws of war, because you are punishing an entire people group, an entire population that's captured inside the Gaza Strip by saying, we're going to starve you to death unless you do what we want. It is blatantly against the rules of law, and they can't continue this new operation here unless we continue to fund it, unless we continue to provide the ammunition and the bombs and all that sort of thing. And listen, that is also not in America's interest. It is not in America's interest to pummel this people who's already sealed off from the rest of the world. It's not in our security interest. It's not in our moral interests. And even to those friends who are friends of Israel, this is not in our interest to help them do that either, because it will ultimately fail. They are planting deep, deep seeds of future instability because of the catastrophic loss of life and the destruction of an entire way of life of the entire 2 million people who were still forced to stay inside the Gaza Strip.
Yes.
It's not going to turn out well for Israel. It's horrible for the Palestinian people right now, and it won't be good for America, either on the diplomatic front, economic front, or the moral front. And we need to be clear on that right now. And we have to be taken, if we actually have an America First foreign policy, it's time to start showing it, because this isn't it. The United States Armed Forces are not supposed to be the proxy forces for any other country, even if the country is friendly as Israel. That's not what we're for. There is a way to end that war. There are some diplomatic off-ramps that the Israelis could take. They don't want to. They want a military victory. They're not going to get one, and we shouldn't continue to underwrite an unsuccessful policy. That's that's the truth of it. And again, deference to those who are friends of Israel. I have a lot of friends that of Israel. I am a friend of the people of Israel too, but I'm also a friend of the Palestinian people. And right now, they are being pummeled mercilessly and just immorally as well. Uh, just that's all the time we got here. I got to get on my plane here in a second, but I've been promising you that we have a big show coming up for you. Now I'm going to tell you what that is. That is Roger Waters of Pink Floyd is going to be on the Daniel Davis Deep Dive tomorrow at 11 a.m. And listen, let me just tell you, this is Roger Waters unedited. He is unmuzzled, and he is going to say whatever he's going to say. He's a very controversial figure. He has some very strong passions about things that he believes in, and we're going to give him a chance to say it on the show tomorrow. And we actually have a bit of a sneak preview for you here. Gary, go ahead and roll that excerpt.
You are Donald Trump. You are Joe Biden. You are Benjamin Netanyahu. You are responsible for the killing of them. You are the ones dropping 2,000-pound bombs on them all day and night, and then pretending to have a ceasefire for 5 minutes, and then breaking the ceasefire and starting. You are the ones committing genocide, and you are getting away with it because not quite enough of we the people are standing up on the barricades and going, no more.
So yeah, that's one of the Tabor points. And listen, he is very, very articulate, and he talks a lot about the Russia-Ukraine war. He talks about the Israeli-Hamas war, and then he talks about his view of morality and what that should mean to us. And he's going to make an appeal for people to start doing something, to take some action, to man the ramparts, as he said there at the end there, and look at the barricades, hearkening back to other times in history. But listen, I know he's a controversial figure, and we didn't edit this at all. So you get to hear his words as he said them. Strongly recommend that you watch that, share it with your friends, because a lot of people are going to be real interested in this one. Roger Waters, The Dark Side of the Wars, tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Daniel Davis Deep Dive.